Thanks.
Well, can I come in, please? Wow. Love what you've done with the place here.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my God, Ed.
Like it? See, I took one look at it and I just knew it was you.
Ed Amos, you are something else.
All right, so this thing between us, this is only a temporary separation, right?
I filed the papers.
Wow, that's cold. You want to punish me? That's okay, I get it. I mean, if it was me, I'd feel the same way. The point is, where does that get us? Right? Nowhere. Because we love each other, and you can't deny that.
That's not the issue.
Well, it should be the issue. What do you want from me, Bobby? You want me to get on my hands and knees? Because I will. I'll beg. See? Come on, baby.
Oh, Ed.
Bobby, look at me, please. I wish I could take back what I did. I would rip my heart out if I could, but I can't. Okay, that's just the way life is. You know, we're stuck with our actions, good or bad. Listen, you don't understand things. It felt like my whole life was falling apart. You know, the problems at the office, the money.
Why didn't you talk to me?
Because I care too much about you, that's why. Okay? If you saw me weak, I couldn't live with myself.
Everybody has problems. It's not a sign of weakness.
Yeah, well, it's easy to say when they're not your problems.
Sweetheart, if you've got problems, then I've got problems.
I know. I'm learning that the hard way. Honey, if I lost you, I couldn't live. I love you so much. And I promise you, I will change. Now, can you love me enough and give me one more chance?
Hey, what's up? What's up, buddy? Good.
Like I told you, my buddy, go down to the shop.
Thanks, Roger.
Good to see you and Bobby together again.
She is my shining star. Couldn't be happier.
Look, I hate to bring up business, but I don't want to face our year end with this tax thing hanging over my head.
Hey, I already said I was on it.
Ed, I've been hearing that for months, man.
Tim, we're partners, right? Okay, let's table this shop talk and enjoy these two beautiful women. Your man is in dire need of some TLC. Now, if you excuse us, my wife and I are gonna go upstairs and have our own little party.
Enjoy.
Yeah, don't wait up, okay? My princess. Your chambers. Whoa.
Oh, Oh,
I got a little surprise for you here. Oh, baby.
I think I had too much.
Don't say that. We got a whole night ahead of us here.
I'm sure you're not trying to get me drunk and take liberties.
Well, now there's an idea. Why don't you go put something sexy on?
Oh, baby, I got a surprise for you.
I want to see it. Wow. Come here, baby. Got this. Here, honey.
Am I still your girl?
Oh, my one and only. Come on, let's make a toast. To you. Yeah. Good girl.
I feel like it's a whole new beginning.
It is, baby. Yeah.
One more. What do we got?
One unlucky son of a bitch. He was having some fun with his old lady.
She doesn't look like he's having much fun to me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mr. Amos. I'm Sergeant Patrick Hanahan with the Detroit Police. You want to tell me what happened?
Yeah. My business partner and I were having a party for our clients. And my wife and I thought we'd make a night of it, so we took this room upstairs. And we fell asleep. And when I woke up, she was like that.
Mr. Amos, if you don't mind, I think it'd be a good idea if you came on down to the station.
Why?
We just want your full statement.
My wife is dead. What more do you need to know?
Get Dr. Kimura over here.
The coroner? What for?
Do it.
All right.
You sure you're not holding something back, Mr. Amos?
Like what?
I don't know. There's a lot of paraphernalia in the room.
I think what goes on between a man and his wife should stay private.
Not when the wife ends up dead.
What are you looking for, Sergeant? Dirty details?
How much did you drink?
It was a party.
Just answer the question, Mr. Amos.
A lot, I guess. Mostly champagne.
What about the cocaine?
I purchased that. You leave my wife out of it.
She used it?
Yeah, but I gave it to her.
Did you ask her to use it?
I didn't have to ask her. She liked it.
Did she inhale the cocaine?
What difference does it make? She used it.
I don't need to explain the reason, Mr. Amos. I ask a question, I'd like an answer.
She liked to use it internally. You happy now?
I don't understand.
She'd put it on her finger. She'd use lubricant so it would stick. I could have stopped her, but I fell asleep. She never knew when to stop. I'm so sorry, Bobby. I'm so sorry.
Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. How may I direct your calls?
The guy's a former General Motors exec, and now he runs a personnel agency. There's something funny about the whole setup.
Funny how?
The way the room looked.
Maybe I should have a look at it.
No offense, Miss Westfeld.
Nancy.
Have you been to many crime scenes? I haven't seen you around here much.
That's because I'm in court putting criminals behind bars. Don't worry about me, Sergeant. I can handle it.
Here. Miss Westfeld. You have to wear these.
Of course. This is...
Yep.
Wow.
My sentiments exactly.
Where's Ed Amos?
At a meeting.
A meeting?
Something about his business. Said he was closing a major deal. I didn't hold him and just lawyer up. Life in a big city.
Brush fires fanned by dry Santa Ana winds.
Hi, Nancy. It's Charles Sweeney here. Listen, I'm having a little trouble with the factory case, and I'm wondering if you can help me out. Anyway, I'll see you in the office tomorrow morning, and we'll talk about it. Thanks. Bye.
Thousands of acres of Southern California hillsides today, forcing hundreds of residents to flee their homes. The cause of the fires is under investigation, and arson is suspected in several of the blazes. Los Angeles, San Bernardino, San Diego, and Ventura have all been declared federal disaster areas, making residents in the four counties eligible for emergency disaster. Out west, it looks like Los Angeles is experiencing some
Your guy's got 2 priors. It's second-degree manslaughter or trial. Take your pick. Get back to me, okay?
Nancy,
Yeah?
Marie Wagner, Bobby Ames's mother, is here. She'd like to speak with you.
Send her in.
Okay. Come right in. She'll see you now.
Thank you.
Sergeant Hanahan said I should speak with you.
I'm terribly sorry about your daughter.
She was my only child.
Please, sit down. Would you like some coffee?
Nothing, thank you. I want the police to investigate my daughter's death. It wasn't an accident.
How do you know that?
I know my daughter. She didn't do drugs. Ed Amos killed her.
That's a very serious accusation. Do you have any evidence?
How about his past?
I don't understand.
You think my daughter was the first? He killed his first 2 wives, possibly even his own mother. Then he collected hefty insurance payouts from all of them.
Was your son-in-law ever charged?
No. No, he's a master manipulator. And he's also a pathological liar.
Were the deaths ever investigated?
We're talking a small-town America. He was everybody's golden boy. The police never thought for a moment he was capable of murder. She was 24 years old. And she was deeply in love with him. Completely infatuated. A lot of women were.
I think, anyway.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Morning, Ed.
Veronica, you're wearing my favorite color again.
Thanks. I like your tie.
Thank you, Veronica.
Ready?
Mr. Amos,
Hey, Stace, what you got?
your tailor called, your new suits are ready. Your tennis game is rescheduled to 6:30. And Doug from accounting called and said thank you on behalf of his daughter for the cookies.
You don't look a bit like Francis Woodward.
What does Francis Woodward look like?
Ever see a Japanese sumo wrestler? You didn't know. Here's my expense report.
I'm Ed Amos.
You know, I think my very first words were GM. As long as I can remember, I could name every make and model, tell you all the specifications down to the very last detail. And I'll tell you one thing that hasn't changed. My love affair with the Cadillac.
You never secretly lusted after one of those luxury imports?
You know, those are for people who think they can buy class.
It's that whole snub appeal thing.
See? I'm a true-blooded American boy. I was raised that way.
Are your parents still alive?
No. My dad died when I was a kid, and my mom a few years back. That was tough. I still haven't gotten over it.
Were you close?
I guess it's true what they say. You never outgrow the need for your mother.
Yeah.
I guess I'm still not used to being an orphan. And now, my lady, your Cadillac awaits you.
Oh!
Come on.
I didn't want my daughter to marry him. I did everything I could to stop her. But I waited for the call. Every time the phone rang, my heart stopped. It finally came. The moment I heard Ed's voice, I knew.
I'm sorry.
I want him to pay for what he did. He can't get away with this.
You said that Amos had done this before, but he doesn't have a criminal record.
He was never charged. He was never investigated. He was never even a suspect.
How so?
He was a member of the Good Old Boys Club. He was politically connected. He even ran for mayor.
Look, Marie, I don't know how far I can pursue this. Indiana isn't in my jurisdiction. But I'll do what I can.
Got a minute?
Sergeant. Yeah, sure.
If you flip to page 3, you'll see preliminary toxicology. More tests to follow.
Blood alcohol content 2.1.
Drunk as a skunk.
Triazolobenzodiazepine, better known as Xanax.
A downer.
Cocaine.
Yep, a whole bunch, too. Coupled with the booze and the Xanax.
Her mom said that Bobby didn't do drugs.
Pure as the driven snow. Yeah, based on this, Amos is telling the truth. She partied hard, no deed. End of story. Sorry.
Me too.
Hanahan.
Nance, I have an urgent message here from an emergency room nurse at Detroit General. Said she needs to talk to you. It's about Ed Amos.
Excuse me. We're here to see Melanie Frame.
Miss Westfeld, I'm Melanie Frame.
Hi, Nancy. This is Detective Sergeant Hanahan.
Nice to meet you. Is there someplace we can talk privately?
I know this seems kind of strange, but when I saw that beautiful girl come into the morgue, and then I saw her name, I knew it couldn't just be a coincidence. I moonlight at the coroner's office. My late husband, Mark, was an undertaker and coroner back in Anderson.
Same town that Ed Amos is from?
At least when he was married to Carolyn, Ed's second wife. She was 27 when she died. The call came in about 2 a.m. When my husband told me, I said, "You better do a damn good job, Mark, because that man just killed that woman."
What made you...
When young, healthy women suddenly drop dead, what kills them? Statistically speaking, it's their husbands. And this guy's got 3 drop deads?
Do you have any evidence?
It's all there. Police reports, Carolyn's autopsy, you name it.
How did you get a hold of this stuff?
My husband had the authority to decide whether to do an autopsy or not. But after Ed talked to him, he was prepared just to put her right in the ground, just like that. That's when I said, "Mark, dear, you do your job or we'll have another dead body, yours."
Sounds pretty drastic.
Well, you know, men. They all line up behind each other like they're in some secret society. But women, we got radar.
But they didn't find anything.
There was nothing wrong with Carolyn anatomically, but you can see death came from a non-natural source.
What's that mean?
Ed Amos.
You're the district attorney. You know if a guy loses his first wife, you feel sorry for him. He loses his second, you think he's got incredibly bad luck. But his third is a pattern for murder.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. What if I told you his mother's death was suspicious as well?
You need evidence. And from what you've told me, there isn't any. That's why this guy's still walking around out there. According to you, he's never even been questioned in connection with these deaths.
To do it right, it's gonna take time to investigate.
Well, you're a prosecutor, not a detective.
Please let me do my job. Look, the state should be thrilled that I'm not charging extra.
Okay. I will give you some time, but with one stipulation. The second this little investigation of your stalls, we file involuntary manslaughter.
Agreed. Good. Now, I need your permission to go to Indiana.
Indiana's not part of your jurisdiction. Anything that happened there cannot be brought into this case.
Watch me.
You know, we've got something in common.
What's that?
Everybody in law enforcement thinks we're nuts. Everybody except Officer Mike Williams of the Anderson Force. I'm really anxious to hear what he has to say about Saunders' death.
I feel like we're in Maybury.
There's our boy. Officer Williams.
Yeah, Mike. Sergeant Hanahan.
Patrick. Ms. Westphal.
Nancy.
These are the case files we talked about. On the death of Sandra Amos. I'd appreciate it if you...
Officer, this is completely off the record. We're just trying to build a case.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you're investigating this Amos guy. When all this went down, I was new to the force, but I was on the call.
The call?
Yeah, when Sandra Amos died. My partner and I showed up first. It just felt wrong.
Why wasn't there a proper investigation in the first place?
Small towns like this don't have the resources.
A fact that didn't escape our friend, Mr. Amos, I'm sure.
Ed Amos was a hometown boy, part of the community. A mayoral candidate. Lions Club, Kiwanis. He was the president of the local chamber of commerce. People here still swear by him, and were sad when he moved to Detroit.
Huh. As a close friend of Sandra's, you must think it's odd that we're here so many years after the fact.
What I think is odd is that nobody talked to me about it when it happened.
Well, the truth is, we're here investigating Sandra's death in support of our case against Ed and Bobby Amos's death, his third wife.
Oh my God. He killed another one.
You think Mr. Amos murdered his wife?
Well, now that I know about Bobby, I think he killed 3 wives. The only people who don't are the police. Sandra was such an amazing person. Everybody loved her.
How long had you known Sandra and Ed?
5 years. But we were more than just neighbors. We were best friends. Practically lived in each other's houses. I was the last person to see her alive. Other than Ed, of course. Just think, if Ed wins the mayor's race, you'll be first lady.
Right, me the closet Democrat. He better not find out I'm thinking of voting for his opponent.
Hello? Yeah, she's right here. Speak of the devil.
Hey, baby. How'd it go? Should I pick up my inaugural gown? Okay, I'll see you soon. Standing room only crowd at the League of Women Voters. Knowing that he probably promised them all discounts on their next car. I'm gonna go. He sounds exhausted.
You here, honey?
How's my star candidate?
Hey. You know, I'm getting pretty good at this campaigning thing.
I knew you'd be great. I can't. It'll put me right to sleep.
Oh, come on. We're celebrating my debut in front of the League of Women Voters.
And your birthday. All right, we'll call this, I don't know, a pre-birthday celebration.
So happy birthday, my one true love. So I got a gift coming for you tomorrow, but I figured I'd give you these now.
What are those?
Well, you're the teacher, you tell me.
Keys?
Very good.
You didn't.
I did.
No!
Yeah.
Red?
Last time I checked.
Oh. You're so good to me.
So I have an idea.
What's that?
Why don't you go upstairs and run a bath, and then I'll come on up and rub your back.
Okay.
Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Don't be long.
Sandra! Sandra? Ed? What happened? Where's Sandra?
She's dead.
What?
My shining star is dead.
Oh my god. When? What happened?
Could you leave me alone, please? Now?
We'd been planning to redecorate. Carolyn had just taken a shower and was going through some color charts when I arrived home. Hi, honey.
I am so tired of looking at paint samples. Tell me why we started this again?
Because a man's home is his castle.
Oh, really?
Really? Anything good to eat?
It's a servant's night off, Prince full of it. You can get it yourself. There's chicken and potato salad in the fridge.
Any wine?
There's some open.
Where are you going?
To dry my hair.
Well, hurry back.
Hey, babe. Carolyn?
Yeah?
Chow, man.
I'm starving. There is nothing to contradict Amos's version. Have you read the files? Everybody thinks this guy was a saint. Listen, anytime there was a game and I couldn't get tickets, Ed came through. God, that pizza smells great.
Yeah. Thin crust, too. Only way to go.
Now, this is my personal favorite, the interior decorator. About 3 days after Carolyn's death, Ed phoned to say he wanted to go through with the redecorating of the house. I thought it was a lovely gesture. The house meant so much to Carolyn.
Okay. You're making me sick. None of them heard any accusations or rumors? They didn't think it was, in any way coincidental that 2 of his wives died mysteriously?
One of his secretaries attributed the rumors to jealousy. Ed was so kind and so generous that people just like to see a good guy fall.
He bribed people with all that crap. The police here, they weren't going to investigate him and risk not getting that nice new fleet of cars.
This guy is fascinating.
Uh-oh.
No, not like that. I mean, he's diabolical. He's covered all his bases. You and I deal with murderers every day. Have you ever met anybody this meticulous?
I'm still trying to figure out when he sleeps. Can I ask you something? Why would you want a job like this?
I'm a born-again civil servant. I love the abuse.
Your husband doesn't mind?
My biggest fan. He died a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Was he sick?
Skip had a heart condition. It was a particularly tough pill to swallow since he was a cardiologist. Here. Work and eat.
Congratulations, Nancy. You've got enough circumstantial here for 2 additional murder cases. Only they're in Indiana, and you're prosecuting this case in Detroit.
I'm establishing pattern.
Why? You won't be able to use it.
I plan to ask the court for admission of priors. I'll cite Vanderfleet.
You know, the last time somebody cited that was about 35 years ago, and you know why? Because it's a loser.
Whose side are you on, Bob?
The people of the state of Michigan. Thank you. We cannot prosecute people without proper evidence, even though we may think they're guilty as hell. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that if you want this office to file first-degree murder charges. My suggestion to you, focus on Bobby Amos. And if you don't come up with a motive, or at least a cause of death by the end of next week, this office will file involuntary manslaughter.
First offense, no priors. He'll walk.
That's it.
Need some help? I met Amos, Bobby's husband.
I know who you are.
Hey, can we go somewhere and talk?
I don't think so.
Listen, you don't have to drive 400 miles to find out about me. I'll tell you what you need to know. Save the taxpayers their money. You're not afraid of me, are you?
There's a restaurant down the street by the water.
Yeah, I know it.
I thought you might. I'll meet you there.
You don't want to forget this.
Thanks. What is it exactly that you wanted to talk to me about, Mr. Amos?
My mother-in-law tells me you think I killed my wife.
Your mother-in-law?
Yeah, Marie Wagner.
Hmm.
We had lunch yesterday in Anderson. You look surprised.
You keep in contact?
Oh, Marie and I go way back. Actually, I was friends with her while I was with my first wife, Sandra.
Through GM?
Well, that's where we met. But we soon found we had a mutual vice.
What was that vice?
Poker. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but she's much savvier than I am. That woman has nerves of steel.
Well, since you and Marie were such good pals, she must have been thrilled when you married her daughter.
She actually was very, I want to put this delicately. It was very awkward. I mean, Marie and I were friends, and of course we flirted a little, but that was it. But then when I started dating Bobby, she became hostile. So I had to hope that she'd get over this, I don't know what to call it, this thing.
Has she?
Yeah, but it took Bobby's death. I guess now she realizes we're all the family each other's got. You see, Nancy, things aren't always what they appear. I mean, take you, for example. Right? On the outside, you seem really tough and a woman in control. But really, you're being pulled in every direction.
Am I?
Come on, Nancy. You're in a man's world. The guys at work think you're a dilettante. Just one more woman who's trying to make a name for herself at their expense.
You think you know a lot about me, don't you?
Enough to know you're barking up the wrong tree.
That's an interesting theory, Mr. Amos. I have to go.
Please, you want to shatter my fragile male ego here? Nancy, I think if you took the time to get to know me, I think you'd form a very different opinion of me.
Hmm.
Nancy, it's Samantha. It looks like your 3 o'clock has been rescheduled to 4. Hope that works for you. Have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, Nancy. I just wanted to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to chat. Maybe we can do it again. I could come over. See, I really have nothing to hide. I could bring some wine. Anyway, call me.
Idiot. Who does he think he is?
Where you going?
To Indiana. I want to talk to Marie.
You're making way too much out of this.
Come on. She's given us all this information, and she just happens to omit the fact that she's had a 20-year friendship with Amos.
You knew they worked together.
Worked together, yeah, but those two hung out together. She had lunch with him day before yesterday.
Yeah. So?
So, maybe she was jealous of her daughter's relationship with Amos. Out for revenge.
Oh, you don't really believe that this is about Marie getting even with Amos.
What's going on between you and Amos?
Like I said before, he has a way with women.
What about with you?
Me? No. No, he's not my type. I mean, obviously he's a handsome man, but I always found him a little, I don't know, racy for my taste. That kind of man can get you into trouble, you know?
But you liked him.
We worked together.
You never socialized?
We both like to play cards, okay?
So you were card buddies?
I never said buddies.
You knew his first wife, Sandra.
Yes.
What about Carolyn, his second wife?
I knew her a little bit too.
Why didn't you tell me you had a long history with this man?
Because it has nothing to do with my daughter's death.
What is your relationship with Ed now?
There is no relationship.
So why do you continue to see him?
If he thinks we're allies, he'll talk to me. Maybe he'll let something slip, something that would prove he was guilty of Bobby's death. It was worth a try.
So what's the motive?
Money.
He had plenty. He had a good job and a successful side business.
Not enough money to support his gambling, fancy cars, the Rolex watches.
There is nothing illegal about being a good gambler, unless you don't pay your taxes.
Okay, let's put motive aside for a minute. Bobby Amos died from acute cocaine poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
Ed says she did it to herself. How is it possible to get 14 times the amount of an overdose into your own bloodstream?
You can't. You'd have to get it into her, but there were no signs of a struggle. Have we talked to everyone at that party?
Everyone but Owens.
Is that Ed's business partner in Detroit?
Talked to him on the phone a couple of times. He's always out of town.
I want him interviewed in person. Tell him he makes himself available to us within the next 48 hours or we'll slap him with a subpoena. Yeah? Who? Put her on. Hello? Yeah? I'll be there in 15 minutes. Harry Zellinger?
Thanks for coming. I understand you're talking to people who know Ed Amos.
Yes, I am. You know Ed.
I had an affair with him while he was married to Bobby. I didn't know that he was married at the beginning. I mean, as a single woman, the first thing I do is check for a wedding band. When I asked him why he'd never married, he told me he was widowed. That his wife had been electrocuted in some freak accident.
How did you two meet?
He was a GM exec, and I sold him his paging system and was a service rep. If you don't mind, Miss Westfield, I just need to say this first and be done with it. I'm in love with Ed Amos.
Is that supposed to be a bombshell?
You don't understand. I say that believing with all my heart that Ed killed Bobby.
Why would he do that? To marry you?
For the money, of course.
He needed money that badly?
He was desperate. Ed liked to pretend that everything was great. Then one day, I noticed he wasn't wearing his Rolex. He said he lost it. Well, a few weeks later, I found this pawn ticket.
Well, it's a big leap between pawning a watch and murder.
Hello, gorgeous. Okay. What's wrong?
How can you look at me and lie like that? I know where you were, Ed. It's over. I don't date married men, period. No exceptions.
Listen, it's not what you think.
You're either married or not.
Legally married, but that's it.
All right. Is there any other way?
Yeah, there is. The way I am with you. Mary, I'm in love with you. I'm married to Roberta in name only.
Right, and now you're gonna tell me what, she's an invalid?
Hey, I'm serious. All right. You want the truth? She has a lot of money, and I need it. I am up to my eyeballs in debt, and I just resigned from GM.
Why did you do that?
Because it was the only way I could get them to drop the fraud charges against me, that's why. Huh, yeah. They think I padded my expense accounts.
Did you?
Don't you get it? Someone out there wants my job, and he figured out a way to get to me. And it doesn't matter if I'm innocent or not, because they're gonna drag my name through the mud either way.
Sorry. It just seems so unfair.
It's okay. I'm starting a new personnel agency. And Bobby's put up half the money. But I have other investors, and hey, it's not like it sounds. She owes me, and she'll be the first one to tell you that. And then I fell in love with you. Honey, I know I should have been upfront with you about this. It's just... I was so afraid to lose you. You don't know how badly I need you in my life. I'll tell you what. I promise you, I'll file the divorce papers. If you promise, you won't leave me. Deal?
Then I saw him leaving a bar with yet another girlfriend. And it really bothered me that I'd slept with a married man. I mean, for better or worse, I have a conscience. Maybe in this instance, it was for the worse. I called Bobby.
I told her I was having an affair with her husband. She said that she suspected it all along. A month later, she was dead. And I can't help thinking that if I hadn't called that day, would she be alive today?
That isn't your responsibility.
You must think I'm such a fool.
No. I think you're human.
Nancy?
How'd it go?
Well, what if I told you that I have in my possession the smoking gun?
Holy cow.
The morning after the party.
We're sleeping! Come back later!
It's me, Ed. Open the door. You gotta help me. What's going on? You trust me, Tim?
I don't want to talk business at 6 a.m.
I need you to keep something for me and no one can know about it, ever. Can you do that for me, Tim?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
No guessing! Now my life is on the line, man.
Christ, Ed. What the?
Don't ask me what it is. I can't explain it. It's not what it looks like. It is like this falls into the wrong hands. Do you have any idea what that would do to our business?
Okay. Okay, don't worry.
You do that for me.
Yeah.
You know I could count on you, buddy.
It's all good. All right.
Does this guy realize he's concealing evidence in a murder investigation?
He bought Amos a snow job.
And what about when Bobby turned up dead?
I said Ed was his friend, he trusted him, and Ed owed him a lot of money.
I want to take this and the rest of the evidence to pathology.
You got it?
I received your package yesterday. Autopsy photos, reports, bed sheets, witness statements, blood, vaginal swabs.
Everything you asked for. That's the full coroner's report on Bobby Amos.
Drug overdose.
Check the amount of cocaine found in her system at the time of death.
Wow.
14 times the amount needed to kill a horse. This one contains the evidence on Carolyn Amos, his second wife. Her cause of death was never determined, but I do have autopsy reports and photos.
What exactly do you want me to do with all of this?
Connect the dots?
You need linkage.
First, we have to figure out how they were killed. Now, Bobby Amos couldn't possibly put that much cocaine into her own body, and that's where you come in.
Well, we do the best we can here, but look, give me a week, okay? And if you don't hear from me, feel free to call.
Thanks.
No problem.
He waited several hours before he called anyone. Then he called Owens and he gave him the syringe. Remember, the coroner in Carolyn's death reported that Amos waited several hours before he called the police, just like with Sandra.
You know, I think you have a real shot here, so long as you focus on Bobby and forget these legal long shots.
I will. I want to charge him with first-degree murder with a lesser included charge of murder by poisoning. I know what I'm doing.
Prominent businessman and former General Motors executive was arrested today for the murder of his wife at a fashionable downtown Detroit hotel. Mr. Amos, do you have a comment?
No comment.
That was fantastic. My wife is one of those PMS types. She doesn't know how to please a man in bed. She just lies there. I pull out the sex toys, she thinks I'm a pervert. Well, I've had it with her. I'm gonna take her out. You get what I'm saying?
I better get back to work.
Lowell Edwin Amos was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Oh my God.
We're here today as to a motion for the admission of other acts of evidence.
Yes, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Mr. Amos put this issue squarely before us when he told anyone who would listen that he and his wife were fooling around with cocaine and she accidentally had a heart attack and died. He set himself a defense of accident. When the police arrived, they knew something wasn't right because they called in Dr. Kamor of the medical examiner's office, a highly unusual move. They knew they would need toxicology reports, or all they would have would be an involuntary manslaughter. Upon closer investigation, we have learned that 3 other women who also loved Lowell Edwin Amos died under remarkably similar circumstances. And in all cases, he would earn a financial and emotional benefit. In the People versus Vanderfleet, Judge Boyle noted, quote, "When you lose one spouse, how sad. If you lose 2, how remarkably interesting. How legally questionable." Your Honor, this man has lost 3.
Objection. There's no evidence my client had anything to do with those deaths.
Overruled. You'll have your turn, Mr. Mitchell.
We ask this court to admit the evidence of Sandra Amos's death, Carolyn Amos's death, and his mother, Mary Toll's death, to show that on the night Bobby Amos died, Mr. Amos had only one intent in mind, and that was the murder of Bobby Amos. The jury must be able to evaluate the picture fully. When they are looked at in their totality, what you get is a glaring picture of Mr. Amos's intent that night at the Royal Oak Hotel.
Your Honor, should you favor the prosecution's argument, you would undermine my client's ability to get a fair trial. There is no way to try this case in the context of the other deaths. Now, if Mr. Amos had committed these crimes, as Mr. Westfeld alleges, there would be evidence, and that would lead to charges. There are neither. We're here to try one crime and one crime alone, that of Bobby Amos. I implore you to find for the defendant in this case.
Can you hold a second? Well?
He'll let us use Carolyn.
You are a goddamn genius.
Genius would have been if he'd let us admit the deaths of Sandra and his mom, too.
Oh, see, that would have been a fairy tale. I'm betting on you.
All you had when you secured a warrant to arrest Mr. Amos was based on the evidence you had at that time, which was the statement made by Mr. Amos. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
All right. Is there anyone in this world that can tell you Mr. Amos killed his wife?
I don't have an eyewitness, if that's what you mean.
You don't have any witnesses, let alone an eye, do you, Sergeant? Or do you plan to produce a key witness that was in room 822 when Mrs. Amos died, sir?
I know of no one who was in that room with the exception of the defendant and the victim.
So the evidence with which you sought a warrant was based on the evidence collected in room 822 of the Detroit Royal Oak Hotel?
That and more.
Your Honor, will you ask the witness to limit his answers to the scope of this trial?
Sergeant, please confine your answer.
I'm answering truthfully, Your Honor.
You know we're talking about Bobby Amos, Sergeant. You're with us there, right?
Yes.
And it is the evidence collected in that investigation that led to your warrant, correct?
Not solely.
Your Honor.
I'd like counsel to approach the bench. Meanwhile, the jury is dismissed for the day, and we'll pick up testimony tomorrow. I have one question, Sergeant Hanahan. Were you aware of the court's prior ruling. The defendant's mother and first wife were not admissible.
Yes, Your Honor.
And yet you continuously ignore that ruling.
Your Honor, when I walked to the stand, the lady took my name, and I swore an oath to tell the whole truth. I cannot sit here in all honesty and misrepresent what I did in regards to this case.
They haven't been able to prove their case that my client perpetrated the death of Bobby, so now they want to work on Indiana. They're so convinced of their case, they should go there and prosecute those deaths.
Your Honor, since this trial began, I have done everything I could to limit those other cases. Mr. Mitchell has repeatedly tried to bait the witness. I have objected to every overly broad general question about those cases in Indiana.
I advise you, counsel, and your witness, to use the evening to think long and hard about your strategy. If you cross the line, I won't hesitate to call a mistrial.
Mitchell's gonna pick up the same line of questioning tomorrow. He knows Pat won't lie. That's what he's banking on. He's setting the perfect trap, leading us into a mistrial.
Smart move.
What if we called his bluff?
We would end up in the Court of Appeals back at square one.
You suggesting Pat lie?
That's not gonna happen.
No, I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm just saying that Mitchell has us between a rock and a hard place. You need to tread very carefully right now, or you can kiss this case goodbye.
How you feeling? You ready to roll the dice?
I don't gamble.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Joel Collins.
Please be seated. Is defense counsel ready to resume testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls Sergeant Patrick Hanahan back to the stand. I'd like to return to the issue of the warrant for Mr. Amos. Did you obtain the warrant as a result of evidence collected entirely from the hotel suite at the Detroit Royal Oak Hotel?
Not entirely.
You're aware, Sergeant, that I'm speaking solely about Bobby Amos. I mean, my client's not charged with killing other people, too, is he?
No, he's not.
Mr. Mitchell, we need to confine.
All right. He's the one trying to expand it, Judge. Now, at the time you arrested Mr. Amos for the death of Mrs. Amos, you were armed with the same evidence that's being presented here to this jury. Isn't that right?
As well as additional information regarding his mother and his first wife.
Your Honor, I demand a mistrial.
In view of the fact that Sergeant Hanahan was fully aware of my earlier ruling, I will have to rule for a mistrial in this case.
The people ask for a stay so that the Court of Appeals may consider that ruling.
So granted.
Excuse me. The judge is issuing his ruling.
Well, we were brilliant.
We were, I can't deny it. The Court of Appeals bought it hook, line, and sinker.
It's one hell of a risky strategy.
Yeah, but it worked. Now they know about Mama and the other Mrs. Amos.
We got our cake and we can eat it. The prosecution calls Ruth Loftus.
Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Can you tell us your name, please?
Ruth Loftus.
Can you tell us where you were working in March of 1999?
Yes, I was working in a strip club at Washington and Belmont Street in Indianapolis, Indiana.
What were your duties in the club?
To mingle with the customers and do lap dances, things like that.
And as a part of your work in that bar in March of 1999, did you meet a person who identified himself to you as Jeff?
Yeah, he's sitting there in the gray suit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant, Lowell Edwin Amos. How did you and Mr. Amos first meet?
He'd come into the bar, flirt with the girls, and complain about how his wife didn't understand him, and how he had some problem with his mother when he was a kid.
Let's talk about his wife. Did he say anything else about her?
Yeah, he said he killed her.
Objection. Prosecution's leading. Sustain.
Did you ever see Mr. Amos again?
One more time, a few weeks later, the end of August.
What did he say then?
He asked me to marry him, and I went, right. And he said, well, I'm getting married again anyway, and I'll probably kill her too.
And that was the last time that you saw Mr. Amos?
Yeah, until I saw him on the news a few months ago. They said he killed his wife, and I'm like, my God, it scared me.
Tell me, Mr. Amos, were you a good husband and provider during your marriage to Carolyn?
My wife and I had a very good relationship. We both worked at GM. We had a beautiful home. She had everything she wanted. We drove Cadillacs. She had 5 furs, lots of jewelry. We went on nice vacations together, those kinds of things. Basically, I was very, very good to my wife. I loved her deeply.
Were you as generous with Bobby as you were with Carolyn?
Oh, I wish I could have been. Unfortunately, I ran into some financial difficulties soon after marrying Bobby. And she understood. She said she had everything she needed because she had me.
Now, during your marriage to Carolyn, did you ever meet a Miss Ruth Loftus, who testified here yesterday?
No, sir.
Never been to the Pussycat at Belmont in Washington?
I've been to Belmont Street. I've never seen Washington. I've certainly never been to the Pussycat. I'm afraid that woman has me confused with this, Jeff.
Now, when Carolyn died, there was never any investigation?
Oh, no, none.
You were never questioned?
Absolutely not.
There was no physical evidence of a crime? Bruising? Injuries?
No, there was nothing like that. The finding was pulmonary edema, mild asphyxia, or a sudden snap of the heart.
Were you ever charged by the authorities for murder?
I was never even questioned, let alone charged.
Now I'd like to talk about the night Bobby died.
Okay.
How were you getting along that night?
Great. It felt like we were moving on. I'd just come clean about my affair, and Bobby forgave me. She was just that kind of person.
Will you tell the jury, please, Mr. Amos, what happened when you and Bobby went back to your hotel room?
We went back to the room. Bobby got undressed. I took a couple of Xanax because I had to get to sleep. I had an important business meeting in the morning.
Xanax was some sort of sleeping pill?
It's for anxiety. It relaxes me.
Does it help you to sleep?
Oh, very much so.
All right. So you said your wife got undressed. Does that mean she put on pajamas, sleeping gown?
Lingerie. So she got on the bed, and I poured us some champagne. We drank some. We fooled around a bit. I did a line of coke, and then Bobby,
Yes?
This is pretty intimate.
I know this must be difficult for you to talk about, Mr. Amos. But did your late wife, Bobby Amos, did she or did she not have cocaine on the night of her death?
Yes. She put some on her finger and inserted it.
You'll have to educate me. What is that supposed to do?
Well, basically, she put lubricant on her finger, then dipped it in the coke. That way it would stay on. And then inserted it into her vagina. This would heighten sexual stimulation.
Then what happened?
Then we played with some toys. She did the same thing again. She spread the lubricant around, dipped the toys in the coke, and put it inside her again. And I guess soon after, I must have passed out. The next thing I knew, I woke up and my wife was lying next to me. Dead.
I want you to be absolutely truthful, Mr. Amos. What did you do then?
I panicked. All I could think of was how it looked. There were drugs everywhere and sexual paraphernalia. And I thought of Bobby's mom and the press. And I was frightened. I called my friend and business partner, Tim Owens, and I asked him to take something.
Did you give him a syringe?
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
I was worried about a possession charge.
What were you going to use it for? The syringe?
Absolutely nothing. I've never used this thing before in my life. But I knew if someone found it, he'd jump to all kinds of incorrect assumptions.
Like what?
Like that Bobby and I were users. Oh, you'd be amazed how quickly people jump to false conclusions.
Will you tell the court, please, Mr. Amos, how you were treated by the police from the time they arrived to the present?
Like I was a criminal. They handcuffed me. They tried to get me to say that I forced drugs on my wife. They harassed and intimidated me, my friends, my business associates. I was trying to grasp the fact that my wife was dead, that this beautiful and loving creature that I'd built my life around was no longer of this world. Hey, I understand the police have a job to do. They need to do what they think is right. But they could have treated me like a human being. And if not for me, at least out of respect for my wife.
What I would like you to do for me, please, Mr. Amos, is to answer my questions succinctly. I would appreciate it if you don't fill in the blanks as you go along.
Certainly, ma'am. As long as you don't try to lead me.
Well, you don't understand, Mr. Amos. This is a cross-examination. That is exactly what I'm going to do, lead you all over the place. Were you in the military, yes or no?
No.
In the statement taken after your wife Carolyn's death, you indicated you were.
Well, they must have assumed.
People's Exhibit 17. Is this your briefcase?
One of them.
I'd like you to step over here, please, and indicate for the jury what each object is that was found in your briefcase, and explain its purpose.
Mr. Amos.
Certainly. Okay, this is a ball gag. Person puts it in his mouth. It was part of an outfit my wife and I used in our fantasy games. the blindfold. I'm sure you can figure this one out. This is a strand. It's used to touch someone sensually. These are handcuffs.
And all these batteries.
Those are used for the vibrating adult toys.
You may return to the stand. I'd like to take you back to the night at the Royal Oak Hotel. You told this court that your wife died when she overdosed with cocaine, which she inserted vaginally using her finger. Is that correct?
That's exactly what happened.
I'd like you to demonstrate.
I object, Your Honor. This isn't a science class.
Your Honor, Mr. Amos has alleged that his wife voluntarily used cocaine. The prosecution intends to prove otherwise.
Objection overruled.
The state would like to introduce this baggie filled with cocaine that was recovered from 822 at the Royal Oak Hotel.
Objection, Your Honor. My client has truthfully acknowledged that he purchased that cocaine for his wife. Now, if the prosecution wants to charge him with possession...
Your Honor, if you will allow, this demonstration goes to the very heart of the people's case. The jury needs to see whether or not the story that Mr. Amos has told them about the circumstances surrounding his wife's death are credible or not.
I'll allow. Proceed.
Now, I have here the lubricant you claimed your wife used on her finger. Dip your finger into the lubricant. Now, can you dip your finger coated with lubricant into the baggie with cocaine and remove it? How much cocaine would you say that is, Mr. Amos?
I don't know. Not much.
Not much. How many times do you think your wife had to repeat that exercise to put enough inside her vagina to kill 10 people?
I don't know.
100 times?
I said I don't know.
1,000 times?
Objection! The witness said he didn't know.
Sustained.
I submit to you, Mr. Amos, that you do not know because it is not possible. Unless you contend that she continued to insert the cocaine long after she was dead.
Maybe she didn't use her finger. Maybe she used one of the sex toys. I don't know.
According to the medical examination, there was no cocaine found at the entrance of your wife's vagina. Can you explain how that would happen if she used her finger or...
I vehemently protest. This is nothing more than prurient voyeurism posing as a cross-exam.
She is dragging my dead wife's name through the mud, discussing our sex life in front of the world.
It is Mr. Amos who chose this defense. The jury has every right to see it acted out.
Answer the question, Mr. Amos.
I don't know why you couldn't find cocaine there. I was asleep. And if you know so much, Miss Westfeld, you explain it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mr. Amos.
Miss Goodhue, could you please state your professional credentials and your current job classification for the court?
Yes, I'm a forensic pathologist for the state of Michigan, and I have been for the past 15 years.
And you have studied the evidence in this case?
Yes, I have.
Thank you, Miss Goodhue. I would like you to walk us through the events that led up to and including the death of Bobby Amos on the night of June 17th of last year at the Royal Oak Hotel.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Amos arrived back at their hotel about 20 past midnight.
My princess.
Ms. Amos, Bobby, had already consumed a large quantity of alcohol. In spite of that, Mr. Amos opens a bottle of champagne. But before handing her the glass, he crushes up 2 pills of Xanax and puts them in Bobby's champagne. Combined with the champagne, the Xanax reacts on Bobby quite quickly.
Objection, Your Honor. This is pure conjecture. How can you allow this?
Overruled. Continue, please.
Well, Bobby falls asleep. She falls into a deep sleep. At this point, Mr. Amos rolls Bobby over. Then he takes the syringe, a glass from the bar, and the bag of cocaine into the bathroom. He mixes the cocaine with water and fills the syringe with the mixture. Then he returns to the bedroom. He rips off her panties, picks up the syringe filled with the cocaine and water mixture. Now, there is no needle on the syringe. What he does is insert the plastic syringe into her vagina and injects the mixture. In this liquid form, the cocaine is quickly absorbed into Bobby's bloodstream. This would have caused Bobby to go into anaphylactic shock. Her body would have been thrown into violent spasms as she was clinging on to life. Now, not satisfied that she was dying, Mr. Amos straddles Bobby. He holds her nose and stuffs a pillow over her face to prevent her from breathing.
If that's the case, why wasn't there a vascular effect, which is usually the result of suffocation?
Back in the 18th century, there were two nasty lads called the Burke brothers. Now, they made their living providing corpses to hospitals for research. So what made them so successful was the extraordinary amount of dead bodies they could produce. Now, of course, the answer to this was they were creating them. They would find drunks passed out on the street, in alleyways. One would sit on the man's stomach, the other one would hold the man's nose. Now, this would cause a respiratory effect versus a vascular one, which left no indication of foul play.
So what you are saying is that both Carolyn and Bobby Amos were smothered in a way similar to the Burke brothers' technique in order to avoid any signs of foul play.
Yes. There were tooth marks on the pillow. There were bruises on the bridge of Bobby's nose and on the inside of her mouth. Once Bobby was dead, Mr. Amos cleaned her inside and out.
One final question, Miss Goodhue. Would it be possible for Bobby Amos to have overdosed by inserting cocaine with her finger?
No.
How about if she used a larger object, say a sex toy of some kind?
It isn't feasible to get that amount of cocaine into your system by any such method. Now, if it were possible, there would have been cocaine evidence on the bed sheet and in and around the opening of the vagina.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
The defendant will please rise.
In the People versus Lowell Edwin Amos, what say you as to count 1, first-degree premeditated murder?
Guilty.
What is your verdict as to the defendant, Lowell Edwin Amos? Count 2, murder by poisoning.
Guilty.
This isn't over.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court thanks you. You are dismissed.